I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What do you term as a shari being indecently dressed?
It's going to be very difficult to answer that question because I like them dressed the way people try to say it's indecent. Yeah, so I don't think there's indecent dressing, depending.
I feel
or
like,
maybe there's this one. Yeah.
Okay.
I talked about it. We were supposed to actually talk about it with you. The lady who went to class with a bikini. Now that is indecent.
That wasn't indecent. It was inappropriate.
It's inappropriate.
It was inappropriate because it's done in the wrong setting. If she was on a beach somewhere, nobody would care.
Yeah.
But doing it in a classroom, that's kind of distracting.
Yeah, that's so now indecent. You're talking about indecent.
But then my line of question was, what do you term, what do you think people term as indecently dressed?
It also depends with the place. Like in Kenya, I see many cases where men say the very short dresses. Do you remember the instances where they were trying to tear the clothes because someone has worn a very short dress?
That trend was going on everywhere.
Yeah, until it was taken seriously by the government that that's a crime and you'll actually go to jail for it. You see?
It's harassment.
Yeah. So that is what many people deem as indecent, let's say in our country. Because in other countries, the more developed ones, that's totally fine. So,
but another thing I'm realizing is, if I wore a miniskirt and my more petite friend also wore a miniskirt, so maybe mine is longer, but due to the fact that I'm a bit more, how do I term it?
Just say thick.
Okay, fine. Okay, if I say I'm a bit more endowed in certain like areas of my body, yangu itapanda, skirt itapanda, na si uongo, skirt itapanda. I will enter. I will leave my house, walk for. I don't even have to walk far.
Yeah.
Nimetoka skirt ikiwa inafika somewhere above my knee, like not even that far above my knee. But by the time nafika Super Metro, itakuwa imepanda yote. Imepanda yote, and I will end up being told I look indecent and she looks like
decent. I mean,
she looks decent.
Okay.
She looks fine, because body types are different. But then at the end of the day, you just end up thinking of it in terms of it's not really my fault. Like, I can try dress the way my friend is dressed, but like,
it won't work for you.
It won't work for me. You have to find what works for you. And for some people, they don't necessarily mind being half dressed, quarterly dressed,
Yeah, but actually for me, if you feel you're comfortable in whatever you've dressed, whichever way you've dressed, I mean, that's fine. Yeah.
It's the confidence for me.
Although now that indecent part comes from you see, we are different generations, right? More from the older people.
Older, what do they mean? Okay, I have a question. You do realize before we got sensitive topic, before we got colonized, let me put it that way, people used to basically cover their top halves, like where your breasts are, and basically where your thighs are, like, so that your inner thighs can't be seen. Whatever is between your thighs cannot be seen.
Yeah.
They didn't even used to reach past here.
From reading from the history, they were actually not.
Yeah, exactly. And some communities never even used to cover like their tops.
Yeah.
But then suddenly, I think it's more because of like the evolution of like the images that are out here, and like the fact that we got colonized. So like the Mzungu came and like they said, this kind of dressing is not good. You should start dressing in things that are longer. It's more. You understand? It's more appropriate. Like in terms of like trying to say this is not acceptable, this is what is acceptable. And to some extent, I'm not attacking anyone, I'm not saying anything like generally offensive. I'm just starting to think that maybe we took the Bible out of context. In terms of we were found the way we were.
Yeah. And then you were changed.
And then we were changed to think that whatever we were doing was wrong. And maybe yes, some practices were wrong, but then not everything we used to think was wrong was wrong. Because like kitambo, see, if a man harassed a woman, he got killed, banished. There were a lot like of punishments, you understand? But nowadays we don't have those punishments. The punishments used to be severe.
They were harsher.
Yeah, exactly. Right now, if a female is dressed the same way we used to dress back then, and she's harassed, she'll be told it's because of the way you're dressed. Fine.
But and they trying to change that though?
Change what?
That kind of harassment.
No.
To address your choice.
They'll still say it's your fault. Because apparently macho hayana pazia. Mind you, if I leave my house dressed the way I am dressed, I am not dressed like that because I thought of you, Kimani, Waweru, or whatever, or John, or Kamau, or I don't know. I wasn't thinking of any of the men while I was like leaving my house dressed the way I am dressed. I didn't go like, today so and so must admire me. Today all the guys driving dudhies and driving matatus, or a guy in a Range Rover must admire me somewhere. Me, I've just left my house knowing, me, I look nice. But then suddenly you reach somewhere. For example, me, I don't even have to walk like 30 steps away from like my building. You'll just see people turning. You're like, what did I do wrong?
No, maybe they're just turning because you look nice.
No, you probably look nice, but now we've reached that point where you get so self-conscious because now you feel like maybe I did something wrong. Like is my trouser torn? Is my trouser too tight? Is it bursting at the seams? What's going on? Why are these people looking at me like this? And sometimes I just think people should just mind their own freaking business.
Have you ever noticed though? Like it doesn't only happen from men. It's actually worse that their fellow women, they criticize them more than even men.
Yeah, I know, and that's so wrong. Cause as a female, if you're not comfortable being dressed the way this other person is dressed, that's on you. Her, she's comfortable. She knows she looks good. She's happy about it. Please don't be a naysayer. That's very bad behavior. Don't be a naysayer. We're not supposed to be putting each other down as females, obviously. But like you'll find someone going like, "Hey, I'm just like."
Because I find they do it a lot than men do, actually.
Men do it more from a sexualizing point of view. But women do it from more of a, no offense, jealousy point of view. Yes, jealousy point of view. Because someone will just look at that like other woman and she'll be just like, that dress, I know the way it has sat on her body. It cannot look the same way on me. I know they just get like really, really offended. Why are you getting offended? Hey, where? Kila mtu ako na zake. Excuse me.
Do you feel, have you ever thought of, no, the same question, yeah?
Oh my God, I'm so shy.
No, it doesn't happen to men. Does it ever happen to men though?
In terms of?
Indecent dress.
I don't think people care about men. I feel like also how do I put it? Your system of fashion is basically, how do I put it? It doesn't change. You all just wear t-shirts, shirts, trousers. T-shirt, shirts, trousers. The styles don't change. Maybe there'll be a little karip here, a karip there.
Yeah, but you know the funny thing is that even if you found a man walking without a shirt, it doesn't ring as much as if a woman did it. But well, now if a woman does it, that's a little bit crazy though.
Why? Where's the equality? There's this thing where they decided there has to be equality. Is it in Germany where you can go swimming topless whether you're a man or a woman? Yeah.
Do you think women will be comfortable doing that though?
I'm sure that there's some women who will be very comfortable.
There's some.
I know there's some women who will be very comfortable with it. No, but that it's by choice. Like if you want to do it,
right.
it's by choice. I don't remember which country it is though. Like you're allowed to actually do that. But I don't think I'll be able to. It's very, very creepy.
Yeah, exactly. So
no, I don't like people. Me personally, I just don't like people.
You don't like that attention from people.
Already me being dressed like this, I counted the number of eyes that looked at me while I was walking on the road. There were way too many. Ushaona unapita kwa shop, mtu anacha Kenya anafanya kwanza kuangalie. It is very, very odd on so many levels.
But it's normal.
And it makes me want to go back into my house, crawl into my bed and hide. Because why are you looking at me like that? Let's normalize complimenting people, by the way. Like, hi, you look nice. Not hi, you look nice, but then I'll give me your number. I mean, hi, you look nice. And you keep walking.
What if they really want your number, though?
Why do you want my number? Me usually ask you. Like, it's so obvious. Me, I'll just ask you, why do you want my number? And then somebody will be like, oh, I just want us to be friends. Like, no, you don't want to be my friend. I know what you want. Be clear, be direct, and then I'll just say no, and then we can move on.
So you see, now that's good. The problem is when they try to insist. Like we talked about something.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. Asking your number is not bad, but it's so wrong to insist. To continue insisting.
Oh no, me, you can't insist with me. By the way.
Yeah, so you
can't insist with me. But you know the problem is also, y'all as men do this thing where if I walk somewhere and for example I hear somebody go, hey mrembo, I'll be like, hey, no, keep walking. And then suddenly you'll hear, acha wasi mrembo hivo, acha si wewe nilikuwa naita, acha sijui. I'm just like, because I remember once we were in Eldoret. My mom had taken me to Eldoret, like to stay with a friend of hers, you know, for the holidays. And then we were out with a friend of mine. Then there was this man who kept on insisting that we should board what was it? Yeah, it was a bike. We should board Nduthi, like so that we can get to, is it called Marura Market or something? I don't remember. Then see us, we refused because we didn't want to. We weren't interested. We were waiting for matatu. But this guy is a conductor for matatu, but he's insisting we panda a Buddha, and the guy for the Buddha is quiet. Him is not even interested in whatever is happening. But him is insisting. Then my friend was like, no, Tabu, let's walk this way. Because like she took my hand. She's like, let's walk this way. Because like, me, I'm not from Eldoret, so I don't know where to go. So she's like, let me just hold your hand, let's go this way. And then the man goes like, hey, we mtoto mdogo na yo matako yetu unapeleka wapi? I'm just like, I just lost all words inside my mouth. Like nilipoteza maneno yote yenye nilikuwa nayo. I didn't even know what to say. But you know the good thing is, I feel like I have so many strict friends. Strict? Yeah.
Oh, by strict you mean?
Like really protective. Because my friend went like, unless she eats at your house, kindly close your mouth and take your legs wherever they brought you.
So it means yourself you cannot do that.
I don't have the energy.
Scared to death.
I have this thing where when I get scared, I really like freeze. And I can't formulate words. So it's just like really confused. So when my friend said that, the man just looked at her. His jaw dropped. Because like he thought she looked like the nicer one, because like she seemed quiet. Right. But then she opened her mouth and whatever came out of that, the man was very shocked.
Yeah, but I think it's when you say there's that thing that you said when a man is trying to, when they were saying akuita mrembo, and then you do not respond.
I hate being catcalled.
Yeah, and then now they're like, you don't even look that nice.
You know, I'm usually thinking
being weak, or
I'm usually thinking as females we should also start catcalling men. But then I realize men are very weird. They'll actually enjoy it.
Yeah, what do you expect? I mean, they're trying to do it.
You know? Yeah. So y'all can never like really understand how it feels to be a female. Because if we tried and did whatever you do, you will enjoy it.
Yes, it's different to being a man.
Unless like it's really, really bad, like something really bad, like maybe like domestic violence. But like something like being catcalled, you all will enjoy it.
Well, I mean, they're doing it, so if you do it makes work easier for them.
Oh
so,
Lord.
Yeah. You should never even think of trying to do that.
Aye.
Yeah.
But what would be the equivalent of a female being catcalled? For a man, what would be the equivalent? Because I have to know. I have to find out.
I don't think there's anything.
I feel like men should just start passing by. We start laughing randomly.
that cannot affect a man though.
For no reason.
It
No, it will.
them. How?
It will.
Unless they're insecure.
I have a question. Listen. Yeah, exactly. I have a question. Imagine you're just passing by somewhere alone. You pass a very huge group of females.
Yeah.
And then you start passing, and then you hear, hey, and then they just burst into laughter. Tell me you wouldn't feel affected.
Do you know why I want them? And I'm not even lying. The level of love I have for myself, and also the self-esteem.
I refuse. It's
for
because
real.
it hasn't happened. That's why you don't think it will affect you.
But I'm trying to think, even if it happened, no.
No, you'll just be like, hey, okay. Now imagine, like you pass by that group of females. Those ones laugh. And then you keep on walking, you find another group of females. They also burst into laughter. You'll just start thinking, hey, okay, today, hey, wait, Kwani, what is wrong? Am I dressed wrongly? Is there like a paper behind my back, like written kick me or something? You just start questioning yourself.
Okay, now do you think that's going to be equivalent to the?
I don't think it will be equivalent, but it will feel, I don't know, it will feel very satisfying for me as a female.
Although the thing is though, maybe you might question yourself in that moment, but after that it's just normal. I mean, yeah,
it's not.
It is.
The moment you get to your house, you will start thinking.
Imagine it happens for a whole week. Because I don't remember a single time in my life, even right now, where I leave my house and I don't get comments. Like I don't see like people just behave some sort of way. Because what do you mean? You are busy, mulikuwa mnaosha gari, wanaume sijui wangapi. Suddenly ni wote mmeacha kuosha gari na kila mtu alikuwa kazi yake. Unasikia tu kila mtu anatani.
Not even that. Some guys make very bad comments just because you don't give them the attention they need. Like today, I was walking out of my place and this guys wanapenda kusikiza wa kardinali. And then they started, you remember that? And then they started saying, because I had my earphones in, and just the way I was dressed, nothing big, just normal. I dressed the same.
Oh yeah.
And then they were like, unakataa kutuangelasha and you're not that pretty. And I was like, okay, that's none of your business. Me being pretty, that's my business. If I know I'm beautiful enough, I am happy. Your comments are not supposed to affect me. But then one guy said, madem ka nyinyi ndio mnaringa huko nje na hakuna kitu mko nayo. I was like, okay. That was extreme. I didn't even say shit.
But
it's mean. But then again, to them it makes them feel better because
No, I think that's actually their problem now, because they were trying to hit on you, or maybe they were trying to
hit on you, right? But then when they see
but then you're not responding,
it becomes a problem.
Yeah, don't you think that's their problem though? I don't think that's
No, for me it was just, you know what? You're feeling bad because I'm not giving you the attention you want. So that's your business. Sort your shit out.
So I think
you don't have to
that's for weak men actually, because you are it's for weak men.
Yeah.
Because someone who I'm trying to talk to you, right? You do not want to give me any attention. I mean, you should respect yourself enough to just
take it as a no.
Yeah, and for that I have never supported it.
That's why I'm being honest, and I'm just saying people should normalize just giving someone a compliment and moving on.
Or don't.
Because I've had I've had some. There's a day I don't even remember what I was wearing, but I know I wasn't indecently dressed. But then I had a
Do
female
you ever
behind
dress
me.
indecently? Though?
No,
Yeah.
I had a female who's almost my age make like a really awful comment about the way I was dressed, and then I entered the supermarket. I was like, I was just in one of those moods that day. I was just like, whatever. Me, I'm just the way I'm dressed. I'm usually like, I'm just the way I'm dressed, and like, if that offends you, then, well, you can go give your. You know what? Let me not finish that comment.
You can
Anyway,
shove it out.
let me not finish that comment. But I entered the supermarket, and someone's grandma went like, literally, someone's grandmother went like, "Hey, msichana wangu, you look really amazing." I was like, wow. That's made my day. And from then on, anyone who looked at me, I was just like, yeah, you're looking because I look good.
Yeah.
You can just keep it to yourself.
It's just like the way when a kid tells you look good. That makes your day.
It's
Because
genuine.
Hey, kwanza Gen Alphas right now. Gen Alphas are beasts. So if a Gen Alpha tells you look good, you just feel.
Yeah.
The kid told me I look good. And you as my peer, you're saying I don't look good, I don't care about you. Because these children are more savage than you are.
Yeah.
I don't care. You can say whatever you want to see.
So by the way, that was the other Sheila. We have another Sheila. Yeah, we hope she's going to join us soon or join you
Joyce.
soon. Yeah.
Will be so many Sheila. That will be a nice thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's done for today, right?
Yeah, although I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you think a man can be indecently dressed?
I asked you that though.
I think you can. Okay, not really indecently.
What will be indecent to you?
Okay, I don't think it will be indecently. It will be more of
Provocative.
for men. Is it really provocative?
Actually, yeah, I think there's indecent dressing. I have
For men?
Yeah, when they're dressing like women.
Okay. That's scary.
It's not just indecent.
Dressing like women.
Really?
In the sense of.
Like a dress,
Really?
an actual dress.
Do you realize that's a personal choice?
Yeah, I know, but now for me, that's indecent.
That's indecent.
Yeah.
It
But if
gives
they're
you
okay
the-
with it, yeah, but still it's indecent to me. I'm like, yeah, no.
I guess.
When I say indecent, I mean scantily dressed.
Scantily.
Because I had a whole, okay, this semester has been very, how do I put it? Not funny, enraging. You know, because how I dress is none of your business. And whether I'm dressed, however I'm dressed when I'm going to class, is none of your business, including whether you're my professor or not. It's none of your business.
Even if you went with a bikini to class.
No, that one.
That's extreme.
That's extreme.
Yeah.
But I have watched a female professor put down one of my classmates because she's dressed in a dress and it's a bit. It wasn't even that short. It was somewhere around here, I think. Yeah, and she's a petite girl, so it's haipandi. Iko tu mali iko. She looks nice. The dress was red. She looks ravishing. She looks amazing. And then my professor goes like, "Yo, I don't like the way you're dressed. If this is the way you're gonna be dressing in our offices, I don't even think you're gonna get a job."
But that is not their problem, though. It's not their problem.
Who says the way she's dressed in class is the way she's gonna dress when she's going to an
Even
office?
if she did, because I was so disappointed in there's this students which there's this uni Masinde Mliro, was it that one?
I don't
They
know.
were actually banning Crocs.
Actually, that's
almost everything.
that has been a very weird discussion in several universities, and it's becoming a bit annoying in the sense that you're trying to make us dress a certain type of way.
It's kind of like a uniform, but indirectly.
No,
because
it's
It
you
is kind of a
trying to
uniform
project
indirectly.
your. Sorry to say this, but it's like projecting your insecurities on us because you feel like in your time you couldn't dress some type of way, so you're taking it out on us. Of which, yes, kuna zile vitu tutakata, like wearing short dresses and stuff. But at the end of the day, you don't have to put us in a box where if you go to school dressed a certain type of way, every other person is going to castigate you for wearing such.
Or maybe you're not going to be allowed to even access the school.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's wrong, because
I don't think that's right.
At the end of the day, the aim is to get education, not to get judgmental looks on how I'm dressed. I mean, if you want to wear sweatpants and you're a shorty, fine. If you want to wear a dress, fine.
Yeah.
If you want to, you can wear whatever you want, so long as you know that it depicts the morals you have. But at the same time, these people making it look like every other thing we are wearing out here is indecent.
Yeah, I mean, I was so disappointed with the students because they couldn't go on strike. I was like, how can that happen? It's not normal.
Because
Next,
I will
ban
think.
sneakers. We are going to tell
Okay,
us,
I will think that in high school I get it. We used to wear uniforms. That was fine. That was totally fine. Because you know what? In high school you're being taught that you're one and the same, so that you don't overthink it or anything.
And also
But in campus,
in terms of,
exactly.
Yeah.
And you're being taught how to think uniformly, help one another, think as a unit. You get it. But now you're in university. University means there is meant to be diversity. You can't expect us all to dress the same way. I get it. We all come from different parts of Kenya. It's fine. But we don't want to look the same. We didn't come here for all of us to look the same. What we came here to do was learn, connect.
Yeah.
Because you never know who might end up helping you at the end of the day. But it's not about how you dress. Because I get it. Right now, I've reached that certain point in my life where whenever I go to class, I want to look a certain way because, well, I'm really interested in fashion. So I like looking a certain way. I want to dress like a businesswoman, look like it, talk like it, walk like it. That's more of my mentality. But then hearing someone else go like, sister, why couldn't she dress like you? I'm like,
I never
that's
wanted
my
to
choice.
I never, my dress, is it dressing code for men?
Yeah, it's still dress code.
Yeah, it confuses me till this time because of the dress thing. When I was young, very young, I used to think it's not supposed to be dressing code. But yeah. So I never liked dressing like the whatever that you're saying, like looking like a business person or other. When I was in uni, I always wanted to go rogue, if you get what that means. I always wanted to be different.
Rebel. You just want to rebel
in class.
Actually, for me, it's kinda weird, but there are days you just wanna be in your zone. You don't want to dress too much. You're not putting too much effort.
Yeah.
So I know for us thick babes, when we wear sweatpants, people are like,
oh my god, attention. I can't wear sweatpants in public.
Personally, coming from a point where I've been body shamed before by even friends, it feels wrong. At the same time, it feels like I need to be comfortable. But then again, me wearing a sweatpant is not something wrong. There is a reason. Today, I just want to feel comfortable in my own skin and just enjoy my day. There are days I'll put an effort and dress up.
There are days you just want to feel amazing.
Yeah, you just woke up and you're like, today is the day I look good.
Yeah.
But then there are these days you just a sweatpant, hoodie.
Especially as women, because our cycles drive us
you
crazy.
go to class. But then people will be like, mbona umevaa hivi? Or make comments, leo umevaa aje? I mean, you don't wash my clothes. 1. 2, you don't buy me clothes. And 3, you do not know the reason as to why I chose to dress the way I choose to dress today. Maybe I'm having that time of the month and it's more painful than before. So I need to be comfortable. But then again, every person has an opinion, and some people make it their business to make other people feel bad because they feel some type of way. But at this point in time, it's 2023. People should be open-minded. You're not supposed to make someone else feel bad because you're feeling like you don't measure up to what they are wearing or what they look like. Love yourself first, then project it to the world. But if you have so much jealousy and bitterness in your soul, trust me, it's gonna affect every person around you. And at the end of the day, it won't make you a better person. It just makes you a shittier person than you ever thought you would be. In fact, makes you look, sorry to say, makes you look like you're just a witch in a way. Because you should be able to appreciate what's around you, not be mad about what's around you. That's being hateful and jealous. And the worst part is, most of the times, for us girls, we are our own enemies. Actually, guys will make us feel better, but some women, they go to the extremes. Women are the ones who body shame other women. And women,
most of the time when we're dressing, we're usually wanting to impress our female counterparts, not necessarily the male species. We couldn't care less about what men think. A man will think you look good even if you wear a gunia. Really?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, most of the time we're just dressing for us, because like you feel a certain way today. As females, we literally have only 1 week where our hormones are not raging.
1 week of
1 week every month. 1 week, only one.
So 12 weeks in a year.
Exactly. Where our hormones are just like chill, subtle. The rest of the weeks that you have in between the other 3 weeks, your hormones are just like this. So you don't even know what you want to do. And you're just trying your best to like keep your mind together. But then at the end of the day, someone's just gonna go like, we have a vibe. I'm just like, really?
Yeah.
Hata sikuwa nimekufikiria, hata sikuwa kumbuka jina yako. I probably don't even know your name, but you're out here body shaming me. It's fine. Hali ya maisha. All I'm gonna say though is, love yourself in the body that you're in right now. There's a shorty somewhere who's like, oh, until I get this certain body type, I can't wear crop tops, I can't wear this dresses, I can't wear skirts, I can't wear this and that and that. You, so long as you're comfortable in whatever you're wearing, be comfortable in your body. Just be happy, basically. And even men, be comfortable. Fritz is a bit confused, but it's fine. Anyway, I get it. Some guys' gender basis is they're homosexuals, and it's fine. It's also fine to be homosexual. I get it. Anyone who wants to dress the way they want to dress, you just dress like you just be happy with you, because at the end of the day, nobody's ever gonna tell you, hey, congratulations, you're loving yourself, you're doing good, you're looking good, you're achieving things. Nobody's ever gonna tell you that. So at the end of the day, do it for you, because with mothers like ours, no offense, I love my mom a lot, and she's always my cheerleader, but sometimes she just goes like, nasi umenona. Now I'm just like, what do you mean? I'm really trying, but then,
but it's a mother though. It comes from a place of love.
No. Sometimes she's just sometimes she's usually doing it from like a funny point of view. You understand? But now me, it used to. There was sometimes it used to make me feel, when I was a bit younger, it used to make me feel like, okay, so now I'm fat, so now I can't eat. Even if you ask my mom, there's a time I literally stopped eating. But now the problem is, just because you're not eating doesn't mean your body won't grow. You'll actually grow larger. So I wasn't eating and I was growing larger. There were times I remember I used to call, and I'm calling home, I'm like, I am having headaches every single day. Why? Because I'm not eating.
You're not eating because you're trying to... Because
I'm trying to like fit into a certain conformation that I used to be. When I was entering Form 1, I was like around, it was a funny size. I was around literally 36 kgs.
36? Wow.
That's tiny.
I was so tiny. I was entering Form 1. I was so tiny. I had been in the same body from like class 6. It's like my body stagnated up until like Form 1. And then Form 2, all of a sudden, I'm bigger. And I didn't change anything about myself. And suddenly I was told, oh, you must be eating something that you don't want to tell us about. There's something you've changed. Ama you went and got surgeries. I'm like, what? What do you mean surgeries?
That's like, why most times thick babes, if you have curves, even in high schools, you get bullied.
Yeah.
Teachers will make it their mission to make you look like you're trying to seduce their male counterparts. I've gone through it.
Wait, that's you went to single-sex schools, right?
Yeah. I've gone through it.
And female teachers are
It's really painful.
female teachers in high schools, not all of them, but most of them are just really
Terrible.
Is it terrible?
No,
There's something. It has to be something more than terrible.
For
They're
me,
malicious. That's how I can put it. They're malicious.
for me,
not all of them, but most.
my dad had to buy uniforms every other time because every other skirt he'd buy me, they'd say it's tight. Mind you, skirt inapiga 360.
Skirt inapiga 360 na bado unaambiwa
you're wearing too tight skirts. Like I remember there was this deputy, she took 6 of my skirts saying they were tight and short. Mind you, skirt inafika huku kidogo.
Were they allowed to do that though? How can you take someone?
Yeah, mine were taken also.
Mine were taken. Even my dad, and apparently at the same time I got sick, so I had to
And the
go.
parents were just okay with this.
Me,
I
my
had to
skirts
go
and my blouses
and
were taken.
my dad didn't know. So when he took me back to school, she mentioned, when umerudi and then you have to report because umekuwa out of school, so you have to go to the deputy. So she mentioned, she went through my bag, took my books. I used to express a lot in my books, whatever I was feeling, because at that time I was going through a phase and I couldn't express myself to someone, so I used to write. She took my books, started calling me names in front of my dad, saying how I seduced teachers, and my dad was like, do you have evidence? She was like, no, but I've gotten complaints. My dad was like, complaints, those are words from people. Do you have evidence? Have you caught her in the act or done something? Or, okay. Then he was like, okay, that doesn't matter. Where are the skirts? She was like, tulipeana. So my father was like, I buy my child uniform every other time because you say she has to come back with new uniforms. So tell me, where are the uniforms that you've been taking? Because I'm still incurring some charges every other time. So I need to see where my money is. No, we are not supposed to. My dad was like, you know what? This is nonsense. And the next time you're going to terrorize my child because of this, we'll have a problem. So from that moment, some teachers made it their business to make me feel bad about myself for being a curvaceous woman, young lady. And it became a problem. It affected me mentally, got suicidal thoughts, depression.
Alright, trust me, we've been there.
And then the entire school now makes it a problem because this teacher will come during the assemblies and say, and some of you are dressing some type of way and your parents are talking shit. And because some people who were around the office at that time, they could hear what was happening, the story spreads. And then everyone will single you out because they think you're trying to get attention, of which you're not. You're just trying to have your education and get the hell out of that place. For me, I'd say if someone asks me to go back to my high school, I can't.
You can't even give me all the money in the world to go back to that school.
My results were picked by my dad. I couldn't.
It was that bad, yeah?
And even teachers out here have to stop being mean to students just because they think it's okay.
Someone is gonna do the same thing to your child. You won't
It's not. It's just the same way professors have to stop doing the same thing these teachers do. Because at the end of the day, we are humans. We feel. I might not act like I've felt it, but at the end of the day, I'll go back to my house, sleep, and cry the entire night. And tomorrow I'll come to class, and you won't know I'm going through shit. These things affect us so much, so bad.
Yeah, I think it's a conversation that people should have more so because I feel ladies are more vulnerable. Because if you asked me if I would want to go back to my high school anytime, any moment, I'll be ready. But now it makes sense because I think for ladies, or maybe girls in high school, right? They're more vulnerable to a lot of there are very many problems.
Because you basically don't understand what's going on with your body. Because like when I was in Form 2, I feel like I wore 4 different pairs of trousers for the weekend. I got 4 different pairs of trousers. Like every holiday we go back home, I get a new pair of trousers. Because I'm coming back, suddenly, after 1 week, they don't fit me. The next week, they fit me. The next week after that, they don't fit me. Suddenly, they don't fit me at all, Tana. And then suddenly, they fit me. It used to be so frustrating. Because you don't understand what's going on. And basically, nobody teaches you these things about your body. Like, it's you growing. And also, not even that, as a female, basically, we usually have, like, different times of the month. You feel different. Your body grows, your body shrinks. Your body grows, your body shrinks. You don't even understand. Like, I remember Sheila telling me her trousers are not fitting. And suddenly, now, they're fitting. How do you explain that? As a female, you can't. You don't understand. But then somebody is gonna make you feel bad for being curvy, for being petite, for your skirt going around, for your skirt not going around.
I thought in Africa people only had a problem with is it petite or thin?
No, they have a problem with everyone.
Ladies are the ones who go through a lot.
We actually go through more because
we suffer.
Because you'll be told you're wearing this. The way I was saying, you're wearing this thing, and your friend is also wearing it, but you'll be told, as the more curvaceous girl, that you're dressed indecently, just because the dress hugs your calves more. So, like, more of your body features are more accentuated by the dress than your friend. But that's not the case. You're both wearing the same thing, but now, just because your body type is a bit different, someone is gonna make you feel bad about it.
Does that come more from women or both, or from men?
Nowadays, it's both.
Usually most of the time it's usually women though.
But you do realize sometimes even guys do not know boundaries. They'll rope you and spank you.
But I feel like that comes more from a center of, sometimes I wish that parents will just remember, especially mothers will just remember, this is your daughter, she's supposed to be your best friend, because otherwise she's gonna get bullied in school, things are gonna start happening to her body she doesn't necessarily understand, she's actually gonna fall into depression because she does not understand her own body. You should be her friend, tell her, like actually talk to her, so that, like, in case, like, for example, the way I was being bullied and I didn't tell my mom, I'll just, like, come and tell you, like, this and this is actually happening to me. But then, our parents don't have that thing where, like, you're friends with your your children. They don't have that. So, like, you'll end up going through so much and you can't even talk to them, which is really wrong also.
The funny thing is, as we are growing older, that's when we start becoming close with our mothers. Like, personally, my mom calls me every single day, and if she calls and I don't pick, she's gonna jump off a roof. It's a problem. Where are you? What are you doing? But you do realize another thing that makes us kind of distant from our parents is the fact that they send us to boarding schools and expect teachers there to do everything.
Yeah, to be your parents now.
But they have to remember, at the end of the day, in as much as you get to see me 3 months a year because I'm going to boarding school, you have to sit down with me and try to understand me as your child. Because the moment, okay, I have anger issues or whatever, or I'm showing you some type of moods and you are not used to them, you should be able to sit down and question, why is my child behaving this way? Not just telling them, oh, you have moods.
No, I hated that statement.
No, ama ile statement ya unaona umekuwa mkubwa sasa.
That's exactly
it. The moment you try to express yourself, someone thinks of it as an argument. And it's wrong, because I'm trying to be hard, not trying to, like, make a big issue out of nothing.
Yeah, nile argument, yeah. You're old enough for certain things, but for other things, you're too young.
Do you know what? We are going to continue that topic on there is this topic that I think you're going to talk about it, you too. What was it?
The first one.
The second one. The second one, not just the first one.
What was the second one?
Being raised by emotionally
unintelligent parents.
Yeah. So for now, because I think I have nothing to contribute on this.
You've been lost for a while.
It's good to listen though, because you get to understand what you ladies go through in your, you see, high school and let's just say life, right?
Generally.
Yeah, so this is why you really need to have that conversation whereby you can share deeply. Yeah, so but for now we are going to finish at that point.
Parting shot of the day.
Parting shots. For the lady who was doing what? Recording the video, removing the underwears. If you think that's going to give you money, please continue, but no, I'd not advocate for that, people. And the other thing, indecent dressing, you just dress the way you want, unless you're my girlfriend and I don't want whatever you're dressing in.
Wow.
And I'm being against whatever I was saying, right? Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, fine. Parting shot. Okay, I already said this. Love the body you're in right now. Love it because nobody else is gonna remind you that you're supposed to love yourself. So love the body you're in right now. Hiyo nguo yenye umeweka hapo kwa draw hapo nyuma umeificha huko nyuma Wajiru. Take it out, my dear. Unaona hiyo dress bora inaweza ingia kwa hiyo mwili igiza. No vae. And you look good, my dear. Look good in it. It's fine. Nobody else matters. You only matter. And nobody else is gonna ever tell you that you look beautiful, like you're taking over the world. So you do you.
Yeah, so next time you're going to see the other Sheila.
The other Sheila.
Yeah, okay, thank you.